As I said earlier about FR, now the PSAF, I divide them into 6 segmentation. So the number 1 is the public sector account, which involves the introduction to public sector account, fund and fund account, the medium-term expenditure framework. Although that one is also part of budgeting, and yes, pension and gratuity. We have emerging issue in public sector. We have account for government, that is for local government, account for parastatals. We have roles and responsibility of Accountant General of the Federation, Auditor General of the Federation. We also have some aspect that deals with EFCC, ICPC, and other parastatals. Account that deals with them as well. We have transcript, we have vote book, we have financial statement for government corporation and government as well, the financial statement. But the most powerful one is we call the Consolidated Revenue Fund, which is very, very vital, where we talk about contingency fund, how you estimate it. And under the financial statement, you must know very well how to ascertain the Consolidated Revenue Fund alongside with others, like how to solve the cash flow statement, how to solve the income statement, that is the statement of income and expenditure, receipt and payment, all those ones. A statement of affairs, that is the balance sheet. You must know how to ascertain them very well. You must know accounting ratio very, very well, which is very, very compulsory. All those aspects, you must know them. Those aspects that you know in FR, most of them, they are useful in PSAF as well. Now, the number 2 is standard, the IPSAS standard. Yes, all the standard that you know in FR, adopt them, relate them to PSAF as well. That is the IPSAS standard, that is International Public Sector Accounting Standard. So you must know those one very well. Those interpretation, how to analyze them based on IPSAS. They are the same, but just the term that they use. The terms that we use is quite a little bit different. Yes, but how we interpret them, they are similar. They are the same. But one thing that if you know a standard based on FR perception, you can just apply little bit professional skepticism on the IPSAS aspect. So just know that it's government account, not private account. Now number 3 is the aspect that deals with public finance. Now the finance part of this PSAF is very, very compulsory. They normally examine it, and you can see it at least maybe 30 mark question. So you can attempt like at least 30 mark question from that aspect. And they mostly appear in the if you look at the 15 mark questions part, you see the finance part of the pack of the examinable area. You see it 15 mark question, so you can attempt it like 30 mark. At times one might be too fun. They will examine as question 1 or partly question 1 or question 4 partly. So that is how they do things. Now that one is very, very compulsory. If you know that one, you know that number 1, you know this and number 2 that I just mentioned, that is the IPSAS, and you know a finance part, you are good to go. On average, you can score 60. So if you know those 3 parts very well, you can score 60 in your exam. So the next one that is very compulsory, yes, is the aspect that deals with the capital budgeting. So earlier when I was talking about medium-term expenditure framework, so this expenditure framework is also part of the budgeting, that is the capital budgeting, partly part of the capital budgeting. So we must know about the budgeting part. So the budgeting part entails investment appraisal in public finance. So you can see that one at the finance part. zero-based budget. We have, yes, we have cash budget. Yes, we have cash budget. We have production budget. We have so many types of budget. Flexible budget. Like we have fixed budgeting. So all those aspects, you must know them very well. They are very, very compulsory. They are very, very compulsory. So that is number 4. Now the number 5 part, which is also compulsory, is the aspect that deals with public sector audit and tax. That one, if you look at public sector audit, value for money audit, yeah, that one is very, very compulsory. You see compliance audit. That aspect, you can see it as one-off question, 15 mark or 20 mark question in your exam, and it's very, 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 very compulsory. So you must know that one. You must know it very well. Now, the last but not the least, they are that one too. You can also find it partly under the finance part, where we talk about the emerging issue in public finance. You just know that one, but you can also know it through the finance part as well. Now, these are the 6 areas that you must know. Whenever you hear the word emerging issues in public sector account and emerging issues in public finance, take them very serious. Because they are highly likely, or let me say they are likely to be examined. So have a pleasant day.